Okay, by this point in Series 11, we're halfway through. We've got another episode coming out tonight, which is Demons of the Punjab, which I'll try and review in the next few days. But with the time of year approaching of November, December, there's another Doctor Who marathon that I just recently started up. And I think it's a kind of a good one to review kind of step by step. And that is the Christmas Marathon. I'm probably one of the few people that does this. I mean, there are probably other people who do it, but for the past kind of 3 years or so, I've been taking it upon myself, kind of before the Christmas episode each year, to kind of watch every kind of past Christmas episode from 2005 up to this point. Yeah, and it's been kind of a marathon that always gets one episode longer each year. Now, kind of with the way the news has been going at the minute, it's unclear whether we will get one this year, whether we'll have to wait for New Year. Yeah, but that's beside the point. But yeah, started at the Christmas Marathon, and the first one on the list is David Tennant's first episode, the one from 2005, nearly 13 years old, The Christmas Invasion. The first Christmas special since the show's revival. And kind of looking back on it, kind of years later, kind of almost 13 years on, it's one that hasn't necessarily aged that well, but it kind of remains kind of timeless, and it does still work, and it's still kind of one of my favourite episodes. It introduced my personal favourite Doctor, David Tennant, but yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily one that holds up the best, but it's still pretty good. Yeah, the episode sees the newly regenerated Doctor and his companion Rose Tyler returning to Earth after the events of Bad Wolf and the Party of the Ways. The Doctor has just regenerated and needs some time to heal, but he hasn't got much time to heal as he and Rose are being pursued by creatures, pilot fish and Sycorax, who plan to take over the Earth and pretty much sell people into slavery. Or if they don't agree to it, they're going to make a third of the planet jump off their roofs. Which, yeah, I mean, the episode kind of harks back to the kind of good points of Russell T Davies' era, which is that it's completely mad, but then it kind of embraces the madness. I mean, yeah, the story isn't necessarily the strongest point. It's not the strongest of Davies' era, but it's definitely a good one. I mean, when you compare it to kind of some of the kind of more recent kind of post-regeneration first episodes for the other Doctors, this one's actually quite tame. When you compare it to Matt Smith's, Peter Capaldi's and Jodie Whittaker's, while they did have moments of kind of lying in bed, kind of catching up on some rest to allow themselves to heal, throughout most of their episodes, they're on the go. They're constantly running. Whereas, kind of with David's first one, he spends most of the episode in bed healing. But then that also kind of works in its favour, in that he does spend most of his time in bed. You spend most of your time worrying about him, so when he finally does push open the doors aboard the Sycorax ship and you see him go smirk and say, "Did you miss me?" It gives you that sense of kind of warm glow. And just like, yes, we did. So, yeah. I mean, the Sycorax aren't necessarily the strongest Christmas monster either. I mean, we would get kind of stronger kind of down the line and kind of better kind of monsters for Christmas, or better creatures to represent Christmas. But yeah, once again, they're kind of an odd one. I mean, but they work very well kind of in the setting that they've got. I mean, ultimately the climax of the the kind of high point is the sword fight that David Tennant has against the Sycorax, and it's fun to watch. Having seen him be mostly kind of absent throughout most of the episode, when he finally gets this moment to shine, you can see him go for it. And while it would take him a few episodes, like the others did, to hit their stride, you can kind of see his kind of Barty Crouch-esque kind of elements of Barty Crouch that he did before Doctor Who coming to the foreground. I'll spare your life if you'll take this champion's command. Leave this planet. and never return. Okay, you also see the darkness of it. While David would eventually become lighter and occasionally more brooding, you can still see elements of darkness that Christopher Eccleston previously had in his version of the Doctor. And it is, I think, it's not necessarily the best Christmas special that we had, but it's definitely a good one to start off with. It's nearly 13 years old, and while it doesn't hold up very well, it still holds up well enough. And it's always the first on my list. I mean, it usually goes The Christmas Invasion, The Runaway Bride, Voyage of the Damned, The Next Doctor, The End of Time, Parts 1 and 2, A Christmas Carol, The Doctor, the Widow and the Wardrobe, The Snowmen, The Time of the Doctor, Last Christmas, The Husbands of River Song, The Return of Doctor Mysterio, and Twice Upon a Time, I've added for this year. But plus, at this time I usually add The Unquiet Dead in there, which isn't technically a Christmas episode, but it is set around a Victorian Christmas. So, if I had time, I usually slip that one in there as well. But, okay, yeah, the first one on the list was The Christmas Invasion, and it's still pretty good. Not the best, but yeah, it's still a pretty good one. And a very good first episode for David Tennant, which would lead on to a whole lot more great years of him. But anyway, tomorrow will be the new episode, Demons of the Punjab. And the next one up on my Christmas marathon at least, The Runaway Bride. Until then, see you.